now look at all of the different lymph nodes in the cervical area, what you call the throat area. Now, people that always got a lot of mucus in their throat, or always and got to spit up mucus, or you wake up in the morning, you got to cough, and when you cough, you hacking up mucus. You are backed up cervically. The reason why you're backed up cervically, because you're eating mucus-forming foods. You're eating acidic-forming foods. You're in a toxic environment. You're putting things inside your body that's not supposed to be in your body. And this mucus is starting to coagulate in the throat area. That's what messes up the thyroid. Because again, calcium is going to come. When mucus show up, calcium coming. Mucus, calcium, and acids is a disaster waiting to happen. That's what you call crystallization, calcification, or solidification. And the only way you can break that up is with hydration. And that sounds like a whole bar. No, that's a song. That's a rap bar right there. Y'all see that? Now, remember I was talking about the heart? Now, if you look, the heart was right here. I need you to come hold this real quick, Nabi. Come hold this real quick. No, yeah, you can hold that. Okay. Let's see if it's focused on me perfectly. Yep, right there. Now, if you look at the heart and the thymus gland is right here. This is called the subclavian. The subclavian duct. Y'all see the subclavian duct? Now look on the subclavian duct, y'all. You see all of these different lymph nodes? Because it's connecting to what? The heart and the thymus gland. Without the heart acts as a valve. Remember, the lungs is the pump for the blood. The heart is not a pump. The heart is a valve mechanism. That's the reason why if you bust open the heart, you see actually valves and chambers in the heart. The heart don't pump. The heart beats due to something called the sinoatrium. The sinoatrium is an impulsive regulating system to open up the valve doors to release the flow of blood. What pumps the actual blood throughout the body is the lungs. That's why if you stop breathing and if you suffocate, your blood stops flowing. But that's a whole nother topic. Now, you see, now we're getting down to the spleen. Even on your stomach, you have lymph nodes. Now, what I wanted to show you is in the middle of your stomach that's connected to the thoracic duct, you have something called the cisternal colli. Now, the cisternal colli is one of the biggest lymph nodes in the body, and it sits directly behind the intestines, y'all. And I want to show y'all that. Watch this. Cisternal colli. All right. It says the cisternal colli is an abdominal organ of the thoracic duct. It said it receives a bilateral lumbar lymphatic trunk. It is located in that space. It says to the right side behind the abdominal aorta. Now, when you actually click a picture, it shows you what it is. Let me see if I can find a bigger picture, though. Here it go right here. Y'all see that? Now, remember that I was telling y'all about the diaphragmatic muscle? You see the diaphragmatic muscle right here. Now, look at this green long duct. It's called the cisternal colli. Now, this moves your lymph. If you can breathe properly and really do deep diaphragmatic breaths, through the deep diaphragmatic breaths, you can bring pressure and you can move that cisternal colli. And what that will do is move your entire lymphatic system and it will drain. That's why you can heal with conscious breathing, or you can heal with doing dragon breaths, fire breaths. It's a guy by the name of Wim Hof. It's called the Wim Hof method, where he breathed in ice cold water and he go to mountains and he just test his body. He know how to activate his so-called immunological system within 2.3 seconds just by doing certain types of breath mechanisms, because he know how to move and activate the cisternal colli. Oh, you need to open it up one more time for me. Watch this, y'all. Let me show y'all one more time. Yeah, so y'all know him. Put his name in there, y'all. So what type of breaths? It's called deep diaphragmatic breathing. I call it box breathing, where you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Always breathe in through the nasal passage. You're going to hold that breath after you breathe in for 4 seconds for 1, 2, 3, 4. You exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Always exhale out of the mouth, and then you hold again 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we can do is we can do it together. Now, when you breathe in, once you breathe in, you're going to actually constrict your actual your diaphragmatic muscles. Upon that, your whole entire gut's supposed to go out. Then when you breathe out, your gut's supposed to go in, and your belly button, basically you should try to make your belly button touch your spinal cord. So let's breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Breathe in. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it. Do 30 of them when you wake up, 30 of them after each meal, and 30 of them before you go to sleep. That automatically start moving your lymphatic system. All y'all can do is YouTube diaphragmatic breathing, and they will show you how to breathe properly, y'all. All right? Now, y'all see that we talked about the cisterna cali, right? Now, once you go down from the cisterna cali, the gut is such a big organism. And since the gut is the first brain, you got the cisterna cali that's cleansing the gut. And then you have something called the Peyer's patches. Now, the Peyer's patches is right on the side of the sigmoid colon, and that's what cleanses the large intestine. So the cisterna cali cleanses the entire gut, plus it cleanses the small intestines like the ileum, the jejunum, and stuff like that. But then you have the Peyer's patches that cleanses the ascending colon, that cleanses the transverse colon, which come across. It cleanses the descending colon, it cleanses the sigmoid colon, and then it cleanses the rectum of the colon, and then basically it cleanses the anus. So that's what that acts for. Then if you keep going down, y'all, if you keep going down, then you start getting to something called the iliac lymph nodes. So you even have something just to cleanse the iliac. And the reason why is because you get a lot of reabsorption through the actual colon wall. Blood come back through the colon wall. Minerals come back through the colon wall. So many things come back through the colon wall. The lymphatic system is so important because it don't only cleanse the body, but it gives the cells in the blood nutrients to clean every cell in the body and to rebuild the cells. The lymphatic system is one of the dopest, most important, higher learning systems that you need to learn about, because if you can cleanse this system properly, then you can cleanse your body of any so-called disease, right? Now, a lot of people don't know about the appendix. The appendix is a lymphatic associated tissue. Now, you have to ask yourself, why is the appendix a lymphatic associated tissue? And notice a lot of people get their appendix removed because the appendix is inflamed. Well, the appendix is inflamed is because all of the different bacteria gets trapped in the appendix because you're backed up lymphatically. See that? So if you can actually move the cecum that's above the appendix and allow that bacteria to flow out, yes, your appendix create bacteria. The appendix is full of something called granule cells. Granule cells create or birth pleomorphic bacteria that can mold and shapeshift into all types of different forms of other bacteria depending on what you need. For instance, the appendix can create Candida albicans if you need them. The appendix will create Helicobacter pylori, what you call H. pylori, if you need it. Now, H. pylori can be very, very hectic on the body and cause you to have ulcers. It can eat up the mucosa lining of your stomach and everything because it's in the wrong spot. So H. pylori is good when it's actually in the duodenum, but once H. pylori move past the duodenum because you have too many acids in your body and it goes through what you would call the pyloric sphincter and end up in the stomach, now it causes issues and problems because it starts to chew on the stomach systems and it starts causing leaky gut. And now you got ulcers and things like that. But Helicobacter pylori is produced in your actual gut, y'all. Most of your Candida albicans are produced in your gut. A lot of your lactose bacillus are produced in your gut. They don't want to tell you that, but they are. And guess where they produce that, y'all? The appendix. The appendix is literally a generator and a creator of microorganisms through granule cells. It's called pleomorphic bacterium or pleomorphic organisms. These things exist. You are a self-regenerating, self-replicating God. There is particles in you that never die. They are eternal, and they are keeping this from you. They talk about this in Germany. They talk about this in France. All the doctors and scientists talk about this, except for when you get over here to the Western Hemisphere, because they don't want you to know that you are eternal. You have eternal particles in you that live for eternity, and your body produces them motherfuckers every day. And one of the places that produce them is the appendix. Now you wonder why they taking all your appendix out. Because you have bacteria inside your appendix that not only degenerate cells, but rebirth cells through something called the granule. Granule, the granule. Look this stuff up. Look, I'm not lying about none of this stuff. These are scientific proofs and facts that you just wasn't privy of. But when that book come out, when my book done, they gonna be mad in the mug. Now we talked about that. All right, so now when you get down to it, now we going down. So we went to the Peyer's patches. We talked about the actual appendix that actually produces the bacteria. All right, now we going down. We talked about